so I might get a battery for it at some point. But this one here will match everything. I say I don't. I'm in debt, so I just kind of went out and I was like, F it, and I just spent money I didn't have. For a long time, I wasn't buying much, and I had to spend a lot on food because food is expensive. But today, I went to Walmart and I got myself a new watch. Um, I got some new gloves. I have a lot of dollar store gloves, and they're nice, but they're not that warm. It still feels kind of cold. So then Walmart had these, um, and these were a lot warmer. So it's like it has two layers. It's like a thick blanket. There's like a fleece lining, and then there's this fake Sherpa. But I was also able to slide it on over top of my Dollar Tree gloves, and then it was really warm. So then I will be able to stay warm in the ice and snow on my bicycle, so I can wear these over my other gloves. And now I have a watch, and I know what time it is. You can press a little button here, and it lights it up in the dark. The woman at the store, she was really nice. She was class of 99, and I'm class of 2000. Anyways, she put up with me looking at the watches. I looked at a lot of watches and wasted time, but, maybe she enjoyed that more than other things that you could possibly be doing at Walmart. And then I saw this one last. It was like the last watch, so... And I think it's pretty cool. It's like a jelly watch. And some of the rubber ones are real cheap. If this one breaks, I'm pretty confident that I'll be able to glue it. Be able to super glue it or epoxy it back together. So it'll probably be fine. They had this and they had a white. And I thought I was going to get a black watch. But I just got a clear watch instead. And now I've got super warm gloves. And I bought my first new pair of tennis shoes. I haven't bought a new pair of tennis shoes in like 15 years. I mean, I always buy everything used, and I think I'm not allowed to. And so I have a black pair that I got at the thrift store. And I like this pair a lot, but a lot of times I just step in dog shit or something, and then I can't wear them. So I got a second pair, and this is a white pair with blue, and it looks really cool. I just charged a bunch of money I don't have. Because I realized, my birthday was a little while back. I didn't buy myself a birthday present. I didn't get a birthday present. So I charged a new pair of tennis shoes, a new watch, and some new warm gloves. Because I did need at least a watch battery. The clear is probably a better choice than the bright green. And then I got some more snacks. And I had quite a few bags. But since I got a bike basket on Temu about a month ago, I have been able to put groceries in this bike basket, and I've been able to go shopping and put things on my bike and not have to wear a huge backpack. And I was able to fit a lot of food in my backpack, but it wasn't comfortable, and it might have made my back sore, so I got the bike basket instead. And I'm able to really load a lot of bags in, and then there's like a net that stretches over and holds things in place. So it's actually really useful. And it seems kind of low quality, but it works. And it's a heck of a lot better than just using a backpack. So I'm pleased with it. So I had my cart with my bags in it, and I headed out the door. And I basically just attach my bicycle to, there's like a railing by a cart return on the side of the Walmart. And then there are also parking spaces back there. So then I take my cart to where I parked my bike. And then this man, he's probably like 30, maybe he's 25 or 30. He wasn't old and he wasn't young. But he walked past, and he was on his phone, but he walked past me, and he started laughing really loud, and I don't think he was laughing at what was said on the phone. He stopped, he looked at me, he looked at me loading a bunch of bags into my bike basket, and then he laughed. Like he was laughing at me. Um, he was probably like 5'10" or something. I have this weird thing where I think I'm the same height as somebody that's 5'10". Like, if I see somebody that's 5'10" or 5'8" or something, I think we're the same height, even though I'm only 5'1". And I actually have to look in a mirror to see. So I don't know if my eyes, like, something spiritually I'm seeing at a different height than my physical body. Anyways, this guy, he walks past and he turns back and he looks at me and he starts busting out laughing, looking at me loading these bags into my bike basket. So he's laughing at me. So this is, he's pretty good looking, not, just a normal guy. He's a black man, and he turns back and he laughs at me because I look pathetic trying to put these bags onto my bike basket is all I can figure. Um, it was the laugh like, it was the laugh like I was pathetic or something. Now, this doesn't hurt my feelings. I'm thinking maybe it's a chance for God to bless me more, because I don't think I've gotten blessings. Whenever I get something new, like this blanket, I just charge it on the credit card, and I'm surprised the credit card still works. So, I charged myself, so I got this blanket, and I got a watch now, and I got some new tennis shoes, and I got some chips, and I got some food, and apparently this is hilarious. It's so hilarious that I'm riding a bike to Walmart, and I'm putting my groceries in my bike basket, and God wants to bless me, because if somebody laughs at me and makes fun of me, then I get a bigger blessing. So this is great. Um, and I went to Walmart like 2 or 3 days ago, too. I went there to get food. And then today I realized I wanted a few more snacks, so that's why I went back. But when I was parking, I noticed another bicycle parked along this guardrail thing. And that bicycle, it was a men's bicycle, of course, but it was kind of similar to my bike. It had like the big fat tires, and it just kind of like a bike like mine is. And it was hooked there. I'm like, okay, I didn't think much of it, because half the time there's another bike parked there. And then I lock my bike up and go inside. And then when I'm leaving, I am loading the bags up into my basket, and then I'm stretching the thing over, and I'm putting my gloves on, and I realize there's a man comes up right behind me, and he's got a bunch of bags. And he doesn't have a basket. He just puts them on his handlebars. And I'm like, oh, hello, and didn't say anything else. And then I pull my bike out, and then I start biking home. So there was another person there. They were also getting groceries on their bicycle. And then I start to bike home. My house is like 3 miles away. And it was a little cold, but I bundle up, and I got a lot of layers, so it was okay. I'm getting pretty close to my house, and I start to bike kind of slow, because my groceries were pretty heavy, and I just was cold, and I didn't feel it going very fast, because I got these large gallons of water. I think I had like 2 or 3 of those, and I just was cold and didn't feel like biking very fast. So then I'm like a block away from my house, and then the man on this bike, he just slowly goes right next to me. And he's on the other side of the street. And I'm like, oh, that is the person that was on the bike in the Walmart parking lot. And then I realized, and he had his Walmart bags hanging on his handlebars. And then I realized this is a man I had seen a few nights before. And so this is, well, maybe it was like a week ago. I was just biking, like I was going back home again from the gym, and then I biked past, and I saw another man, and I saw a bicycle, and he was like digging in a dumpster. So his bike was just sitting there, like on the sidewalk, I think, and then he had like a bag with cleaning stuff or something in it, and he was getting in the dumpster. Now I'm thinking about it. Maybe he was pulling stuff out of the trash and cleaning it with these spray bottles and taking it. I don't know. But it looked like he was a homeless man. And maybe he was like 30 or something. I don't know. But he was like digging through the dumpster. It looked like he was digging through the dumpster. It was like 10 o'clock at night. It was dark. His bike was just like sitting there, and he was digging in the dumpster. And so I keep going, and then I go like a fourth of a block or something. Then I turn around, I circle back, and I go and I ask it, and I asked him. I said, "Are you homeless?" And then he kind of like wishy-washy answered it. To me, I think he's probably squatting, because he probably doesn't have a house, but the way it was said is he probably is staying in abandoned property. And I said, are you hungry? And he said, "Oh no, I said, "Do you want some candy?" Because I bought a bag of candy at this discount store, and I had some candy. I said, "Do you want some candy?" And he's like, "Oh no, I'm gonna go to the gas station and get some food." So he was digging through the dumpster, and he was gonna go get some food at the gas station, and he didn't want my candy. And this is, what's funny is we were dressed kind of similar, and we had similar bikes. And his voice was kind of like if you can discern spirits, his voice was like kind of a criminal voice. I'm not saying he was. A lot of people, if they sell drugs or they're involved in low-level crimes, there's a certain voice they have, and I think we can hear in the spirit to some degree. But it wasn't a threat or anything like that. I just saw him, and I thought, here's somebody that might actually need help. And I had some candy in my bag. I'm like, "You want some candy?" And it's like, no, he didn't want my candy. He didn't want my candy. If it was me and somebody offered me candy, I might take it. Honestly, I probably would. So then I thought, oh, maybe he's doing better than I am. And so I realized that this man, his bike was parked there, and I parked my bike next to his, got my groceries, loaded it up, and as I was leaving, he came out to load up his bike. And then we both left at about the same time. And then I realized this is what I believe is the homeless man I saw a few days before, who was digging in the dumpster and was going to get some dinner at the gas station. And he didn't want my candy. But our bikes were similar, and our clothing was similar. And then, this is so funny, and then, I was about 3 miles from the store, and then I was close to my house, and then he just slowly bikes past me. And maybe his house where he was squatting was another block down. And the point I'm saying is that he looked a lot like me. And I think he was homeless, squatting, and a criminal. And that's what I look like. And then when I went to Walmart today and I was walking around, I think I saw this person in the store. And then when they saw me loading my groceries and my stuff into the bike basket, the man turned back, looked at me, and laughed at me. He laughed at me because I'm pathetic. I guess it doesn't hurt my feelings. I'm thinking every time something bad happens, I'm like, yeah, now God's going to bless me. But then I sit and I wait and I wait and I wait, and I'm not blessed yet. I'm just not blessed yet. I don't know what's going on. My plumbing isn't fixed. Nothing is fixed. It's still very much raining in my house. Now, I could still use the shower at my house. You can't use the toilet, so I have a portable, I made something, so there is something I can use here. But it does cost money when I use it, so I tend to like to go to McDonald's or the gym. But anyways, so if I have to, I still can use something that is not a normal toilet here. But it's kind of like a camping type situation. And so I was still able to use my shower. And then the air vent, what do you call that? I don't know. When you turn it on, I always know what this thing's called. Now that I'm making a video, I forget. You go in the bathroom, you flip a switch, and then the vent goes, and the exhaust vent. Well, this doesn't work now. And so the water just stays in there, and it smells like mold. And so just things get worse and worse. And then the people that were supposed to help, that I waited more than a year, just made my house worse and didn't fix anything. And actually, I texted them back and said, I'm going to make a YouTube review. And they did some good things too. I'm saying they did put a new toilet upstairs. It's just I can't use it because I can't use the plumbing and I can't flush it. So there's a nice new toilet up there that I can't use. Okay. Anyways, they did try to help. They sent people over several times, and I told them I'm gonna do a review, and then they mentioned they might thinking about coming back and doing something else right after, even though they ignored my previous messages. So I think I need to go make a video of when I flush my toilet and water shoots out of my bathroom sink. So this is what I mean. My life gets worse and worse and worse. So then I was thinking, just like, when was the last time I got a new pair of shoes? Because I did charge some new flip-flops with the credit card right when me and the ex-narc split up. I charged some new flip-flops because I wear the flip-flop in the shower. It was something that I would replace. So, like, they were, like, pulling the rug out from under me. And, I was thinking, how am I going to pay my bills and stuff? So I charged some more flip-flops. And so, but other than the flip-flops, the last time I got a new pair of shoes, it was maybe 10 years ago or something. It was a really long time. So I was at Walmart. And I'm like, I have never looked at Walmart's shoes before. And I start to look and I'm like, these are so expensive. Since when is a pair of shoes at Walmart $30? They had shoes for $40 at Walmart. This is nuts. Totally insane. I thought they were like $15 or something at Walmart. No, the shoes there, they had $40 shoes at Walmart. And the watches, like this was almost $50. It's totally insane. And so I just decided I'm just going to charge it on the credit card. God's going to take care of me. I've been waiting this long and have not been restored. I have emptied out my cabinets because they were supposed to be removed. And then my stuff just sat here for weeks and then mice got into them and ruined that. So I can't even use my dishes. Like everything I had sitting aside to actually get things done. And it's like, oh, my clothing is ruined. My dishes are possibly ruined. I don't know. Nothing is fixed. So I just go to Walmart and I take a ton of their napkins because I can blow my nose with it. I can use it here so I don't have to buy toilet paper. I can go get the free napkins at Walmart. Just like something like reusing tissues you have to do when you live with a narcissist anyways. So yeah, I charged a new pair of tennis shoes. I charged a new pair of tennis shoes. I charged a watch. Last time I got a new watch, I don't know, 20 years ago. So I got a new fucking watch. And then I got a lot of new gloves at the Dollar Tree, but they were still a little bit, they're pretty warm but not warm enough. This is a lot warmer. And then I can even put these on top of my Dollar Tree gloves, so I charged that. And then, I got some earbuds used for like 50 cents or something, but they go in your ear, and I didn't really like that. So, I thought I want a comfortable pair that I could just put like around my neck, like this. And I don't even have to put it on my ears, so I can hear the TV shows at the gym. And so they had, I don't even know which one I like. This was $10, and then they had another, and then they had, this was $5. So I thought I might return the one I don't like as much, but maybe I'll just keep them both. I don't know. But this one here, they're both kind of good in different ways. The sound on this one is a lot louder. This one's a lot louder and easier to hear. And if I wear it around my neck, I might be able to hear. Now this one I can't really hear unless I put them on my ears, but they might be, I don't know, like they might be more comfortable. I can't tell. Or you wear one for a while and it starts to put pressure, and so then you have a different pair to switch. So I was thinking, I don't like when the buds go in my ear and they get earwax on them and stuff. So yeah, I just charged, because why aren't I restored yet? Why am I still living in filth? And it's 65 degrees in my house. There are fleas. I don't have a washing machine. I don't have a vehicle. I don't have anyone. Nobody calls and checks on me. Nobody wants to help. Everybody that promises to help backs out of it and changes their mind. And if I don't miss my old family, but there were a few nice things. And since I'm here, I just like don't get invited like out to eat. And like sometimes if you're with family members, then you might go to a thrift store, you might go someplace, and then they'll buy you a couple things. Then it's like that doesn't happen, and that's okay. That's okay. But I need to know what time it is, so I charged this watch, and then a few days before that, I charged this blanket, and I charged a white pair of tennis shoes, and I charged those new gloves that were rip, but they're really warm, and yeah, because it's kind of like, what's the point, Why not? Nothing good is happening. I trust that God will restore me, but I don't know when. This could stretch on for months. And I was thinking like it's snowing now and I'm on my bicycle, so then I got the gloves, and then I do like to go to the gym, and I'm trying to squint to read the captions from it's pretty far away, like 20 feet away or something, trying to read the captions. And so if you plug in the headphones and you can just listen to it, but I don't like the ones that go in your ear, so I charge that. Like, I was thinking like I'm gonna run out of warm bottoms, like warm pants to wear. So I stopped at the thrift store looking for some warm like sweatpants and things, and there wasn't anything good. The thrift store, it just had stuff that wasn't really warm, and they had a lot of bottoms with just holes. Like they had holes right in the crotch and holes in the ass. And they were just sitting up there, and it was like, oh, $509 or whatever it is now. The same price for clothes, like, with holes right in the ass. The thrift store is charging. Like, this is ridiculous. So then I thought, I'm going to look at Walmart. And so then I looked, and they had a few things, and it's like, this is really expensive. But I never buy anything new. So then I was actually going to try something on that was warm. And then I go to the fitting room area, and then the doors are all locked and no one's there. And so then I just toss them back on and I leave. If no one's there, and I didn't see a bell or any way to contact somebody, so I just left. You lost a sale. I don't have the money anyways. I don't know why I purchased this stuff. Maybe because I deserve it. I don't know. Maybe I do. Because, like, I had all this nice stuff ready to live in my house and enjoy my house. Then all of that gets sabotaged. So, at least if I have a watch, that's not going to be sabotaged. Let's see. I'm drinking these waters, and I was thinking, like, because the plumbers came, and all of my sink handles are disgusting, and all of my sinks are disgusting, and then when I can't use the hose outside because that's frozen, how do I get dog water? And I thought of a way to do it. It's just every day, it's like, it gets a little bit worse. Every day things get a little bit worse. And then it's like, okay, warmed up enough to use the hose to refill the dog's water. And then I purchased these water bottles. And I thought, when I go to the gym, maybe I can refill these bottles in the watering, what do you call it? What, the water, I feel like an idiot. What's that thing? The water, where you get a drink? The water fountain. The drinking fountain. I forget what this is called. Anyways, I'm thinking, like, maybe I can refill these at the gym and then pour these into my dog thing. Because the stupid charity plumbers and I think they're not, I'm sorry, they did it on purpose. They touched toilet and piss and they were disgusting, and they touched my stuff, and then they stood in my sink, and they got filth in my sink and poop in my sink, and then what happened out front with the water lines getting contaminated and ruining my water filters. Just my life sucks more and more and more. So I'm just, I think I'm going to go out tomorrow and charge more. I think I'm going to just charge some more money. Whatever. It doesn't matter. because my life still sucks and it's not getting better yet. It's getting worse and worse and worse. I have such a beautiful house. Actually, if what I paid to have done was done, it would have been just fine right now. Why am I still suffering here? I don't understand. Like, and this beautiful house is just getting worse instead of it being restored. That will piss me off if this does not get fixed. Now, I have some hints making me think, but then at the same time where I did hear what I picked out will be done, I also hear it's time to move again. So I don't know. But I got laughed at. A black man laughed at me today because I'm pathetic. And then and then I looked the same as this homeless man that was digging through the trash, and then I offered him some candy and he didn't want it. And he had money to go and get food. He had money to go and get food. So, like, I think I was worse. He was probably squatting in a house for free. Yeah, I don't know. This sucks. I'm still waiting for restoration. I think I'm going to just go out tomorrow. It's going to start to get so cold that I'm not going to be able to go out much. And that's probably why I'm going out now and trying to get a few things in my fridge so I'll have several days of food. And if there's things that are frozen or that'll last longer, then maybe I'll go out to like Subway or a cheap restaurant that day. Because I don't want to be in a situation where there's a foot of snow on the ground. And I cannot afford to have somebody take me. And I'm in an isolation. So, I understand that God will take care of us and give us what we need. That's true. But, I was trusting this and waiting for this, and then nothing has happened, and another month has gone by, and everyone I used to talk to, which was hardly anyone, they ghosted, and they don't even talk to me. So then I need to have some reserve, because I don't know when this restoration is going to take place. If I didn't have, like, I was sitting waiting, and then it didn't happen, and it's like, okay, now I do need to stock up a little bit, because I don't know what day this restoration is coming. Well, that's it. Okay, thanks for watching. God bless you guys.